Welcome to our Facebook page Ruhani Vichar. Today we will discuss about the topic Ruhani Tarakki, a quietly shifting inner world. Does spiritual progress mean seeing lights and hearing sounds? When we walk the path of Bhajan Simran, the mind often asks, am I making any progress? And the reason is we already carry an image in our mind that only when we see some light or hear some sound, it means our soul is progressing. But have you ever truly reflected? Do we even know what spiritual growth really is? A simple yet deep story. There was once a man who prayed with devotion for years. Oh Lord, where are you? Shaitan decided to mislead him and said, "You have been asking for years, where are you, Lord? Has anyone ever replied to you?" The man fell into doubt and stopped praying. But when he lost his inner peace too, he heard a voice from within. The very fact that you keep asking is proof that I am within you. Even that thought, I placed it in you. So, is daily Bhajan Simran not proof of spiritual growth? Every soul experience is unique, so there can be no fixed formula. Often, progress is right in front of us, but we are looking for it in the wrong places. Some subtle but clear sign of growth. You now clearly see your own weakness. That's growth too. You feel calmer, more content, and lighter than before. That is also growth. Worries don't weigh you down the way they used to. Another sign of inner change. You no longer get entangled in tough time but stay centered. That's transformation. You feel naturally drawn away from social media, mobile, and TV. That is your soul calling. Restless city, crowds, and a voice, a story that does not define spiritual growth but lets you feel it. City mornings are no longer about waking up but racing off. And Aditya was doing just that. Ironing clothes with earphone in his ears, brushing his teeth while prepping for office calls and taking call on the road. Yes, sir, it will be done. I have mailed it, sir. Each day was the same, each night unfamiliar. He was doing everything society defines as success. Big salary, top position, shining car, but something inside was growing emptier every day. The first inner question. One Sunday afternoon, when the phone was off, no calls coming in, and the outside noise had paused, the chirping of a bird on Aditya's terrace stirred a question within. Are you really alive? Aditya was stunned. The voice did not come from outside, but from within. The beginning of a search, he did not know what to do next. But in his old notes, he found something he had once written. What you search outside is already within. Just start listening. From that day, he promised himself a few minutes of silence each day. At first, nothing happened. In fact, confusion increased. Sometimes he would feel sleepy or restless, even irritated. But he chose not to give up. Gradually, those moments of stillness did not disconnect him from the world, they started reconnected him with self. A few months later, there were no visible changes on the outside, but inside things were crumbling, breaking ego, the desire of control, the hunger to prove himself, and the fake smile in every photo. Now, during meditation, he saw no light, but sometimes a deep silence would descend, so deep that for the first time he felt truly alone with himself. Now, even in traffic, peace stayed with him. Loud music was no longer in his car. Instead, he began to hear the melody within, one that can only be heard in stillness. One night, he sat on the terrace. The sky was pitch dark without stars, but tears flowed from his eyes. There was no sadness, no memory, just a depth, as if an unseen force was gently pulling him inward. And for the first time, he realized spiritual progress is not a destination, it's a journey of falling, rising, and meeting yourself every day. The essence of the story is, does spiritual progress means light and sound? Maybe yes, but perhaps even more. It's about facing the darkness within. Is reaching God the final goal? Maybe not, because in seeking God, when we meet our true face, that's the first step of real progress. Can we see this change? No, but others feel it. In our eyes, in our stillness, in our silent smile. Spiritual growth is not an event, it is a living process. You may not witness any miracle, no sound, no light, but if you are feeling more peaceful, if the chaos inside is slowing down, if you are rising above the world while living in it, then your soul has started walking in the right direction. Ruhani Vichar Inner Journal series where word and the soul begins to speak. Are you also on this journey? Start noticing the tiny changes every day. That's what true spiritual growth hides. Read the full blog in Hindi and English only on the Ruhani Vichar FB page and subscribe to my Soul Talk channel. Radha Swami ji.